Hey guys, back with more Order and Chaos 2 Redemption. Today we're going to be looking at the new classic dungeon, Desert Doldrums. It's a new dungeon that came up with the update, and it has 3 bosses. First of all, as you can see here, the Lizard Lord. Very simple boss. Has a really cool effects. So the tank should aggro it obviously, and the lizard will charge towards one of the teammates, so the one who's targeted should run away. The red arrows in front of the boss, you should move away so the boss doesn't charge into you and do damage. The boss also spawns adds from the ground. It's like a quicksand, so make sure you move away from the quicksand, and you don't have to focus on the mobs. They don't do too much damage, but if you end up killing a mob, it might end up stunning you. So just focus the boss, and the run should be good. If you need to look at the other tactics, more descriptive ones, you can just go to your dungeon tab, click on Desert Doldrums, and click on the monster icon, and you should say the skill and the strategy of the boss. So the first boss gives 20 fatigue. It drops roaring stone and duneborn helmets. Basically it's materials to craft the new gear. You use the roaring stone to craft into a material, and then you will need the duneborn helmet as a material, as a gear required to craft into the epic new gear. And the new gear is pretty awesome, even though it's it looks like the Order and Chaos 1 tier 6 gear, or it is the Order and Chaos 1 tier 6 gear, but it has really nice stats and looks better than the desert weapon. And then second boss, you have Sandstone, and it's a troll boss. It has basically it will drop down a stone. Avoid the stone. It comes out from like the quicksand, as you just saw now. It comes up from the ground. Make sure you avoid it. Get behind it. When the boss will let you know, he will do an attack, and you will use the stone to hide from the attack. It's a pretty cool tactic, honestly. And then obviously run away from the red areas. So it's very cool tactics, but it's very easy if you follow the tactics, of course. Hide away from his attacks using the stones. Run from the red areas. So my opinion on the Order and Chaos 2 dungeons is that they're very cool tactic wise, but they're very easy compared to like Order and Chaos 1 dungeons, and it's mostly because in Order and Chaos 1 dungeons you don't get those red areas. You have to figure out the tactic yourself, which makes the dungeons way more interesting and hard when they first come out. And I think like the red areas should be just for adventure modes, and then for legend mode there shouldn't be like red areas telling you exactly where not to stand. And then last boss, Goblin Mage. Garbitage is his last name? I don't know. But yeah, again, you can check out the tactics, skill and tactics on the dungeon tab. But it's a very simple boss. You hit the boss, avoid the yellow areas, then when he spawns all these mobs around him, kill one of them fast enough for you to run before the purple beams hits you, and then you just avoid the yellow areas. Depending on your DPS, it might spawn the goblins twice, so make sure you all agree on which one you go for of those 6, I think, and clear a path. And it also will drop material. I think the last boss drops chest, helm, and shoulder, and second boss helm and shoulder, and then first boss drops the helm. And every one of them will drop the material you need. It's a very it's not really difficult if you follow the tactics, and you have and yes, the GS requirement is 11,100, I think. So you will need a lot of gear score to enter the dungeon. I think you will need a certain amount of gear score to drop the other material. like in the other dungeons, you had to have like Amber Order Tower and Tomb of Sorcerer King. You needed a certain GS to drop the special material to make the enhanced piece, and I think it's the same with this. So you'll have to craft the epic pieces first and then get the enhanced pieces once your gear score is high enough. So guys, if you have any questions, ask below. I'll let you guys know about the dungeons. I will upload more videos about the update, of course, so make sure you tune in for more Order in Chaos 2 Redemption.